main concern with regards to transitioning to an LNG-fueled future is first the infrastructure. There isn't bunker barges, terminals, they're not globally available. So if you do not have a defined trade for your vessel, what's called a tramping service that goes around the globe and seeks the highest dollar, let's say, this is not a viable alternative for this type of service. Unfortunately, the inflationary cost of the engine itself, a higher volatility in oil and gas prices generally, energy constricted investment. We see the future of gas as highly volatile as a commodity, and thus highly volatile in terms of its use as a fuel for ships. Unfortunately, that makes the investment diagnosis much less viable for a ship owner, unless there is lease-based coverage. And now that lease-based coverage will be 20 to 25% premium versus a traditional engine. So unless an end user is willing to absorb that cost for reason of investor demands or end user demands, we don't see it as generally available to every ship owner. LNG infrastructure for the bunkering aspect is not as robust as it is, of course, for heavy fuel oil and the low sulfur fuel oils. Obviously, that's as a result of it being a new entrant. Unfortunately, it does take some time to build a ship, build a barge. It depends where that vessel's being built. In the United States, anywhere from 12 to 36 months, depending on the size. In Asia, again, anywhere between 12 to 48 months at this point. Unfortunately, we don't feel that LNG as a fuel is going to be robustly provided logistically in a global scope. There are certain pockets such as the United States East Coast, the Gibraltar and ARA regions that do have assets in place. Now, if you are an LNG fueled vessel, you want visibility into what supply chain you're servicing. This is, of course, container type vessels, bulk type vessels, but the tramp vessels, such as tankers and sort of the smaller bulks, they tend to go to outports, what we call, ports that are not traditional, large, they're serviced by a small segment. We do feel that in the future, LNG as a bunker fuel will transition and will become more robust, but it does take some time. Right now, there's a lack of investment capacity because of the uncertainty of, is LNG really that transition fuel? Is it as green as we all purport it to be? And until this is really adjudicated or discussed, we feel that it is prohibitive to the underwriting of these highly capital intense assets.